doing it wrong, then please stop.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the team. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A first down throw, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're running right through it. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down, Darnold caught Eifert over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Taylor. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taylor will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Taylor on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the throwing football.
Now Taylor to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Bullock good on the extra point. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Slow.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Taylor. Flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor eluding the pressure, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case,
and got his man complete. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. 4 down. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on third down. Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check. Watch it now, Barney! Leopard!
Here's Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And Bullock will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
So out come the Falcons now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync on the way to play good defense.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Taylor will throw again. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Second down and 10. Darnold. Catch made right side by Wilson. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first and 10, Darnold. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first down throw, Darnold. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Taylor. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Slow. Z.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. They'll roll him out right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long, long, they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Taylor to throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's complete to Lockett. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll get it up the middle. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. Now it's Wilson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Darnold finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 33 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Wilson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Yeah, how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Darnold now on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now Darnold. Steps away to his left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Darnold down to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Bullock will put this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Taylor on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Slow.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, it's Darnold. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. The Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Now Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Slow. Z.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Back to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now Taylor going to lead his guys up to go for 2. Here's Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff, because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
He'll look to throw. Shakes off the sand. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Blue, landed. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Here we go. Here we go.
Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to go down again. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One last throw down for Darnold. And fights him off. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely, you by yourself, and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. 4 braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay moms a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some, can of keep an eye on